Yeah, you say they A1. You say they A1. That look like something totally different. I know you're gonna run a lot of cover cover 4 drive.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back.
I should have cut that up.
A gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 1st and 10, Williams.
Almost.
James Washington. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Flush to his right.
Oh, how a nigga swat the ball like that?
Falls incomplete.
Hey, can you go in the room with all that?
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fleming. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Williams on 1st and 10. And that is caught.
That's your zone. That's your zone.
Kansas City.
Yeah, you better get out there safety. You better get out there safety.
Extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the
you're going to trade Sony, you better trade him now.
Kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
A lot of people got running backs, though, but
the 17-yard line.
I'm pretty sure you can give them to somebody.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Hold it.
2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into
I've seen that hold.
I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off play action. Miller. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. It'll be a gain of 8 yards.
You got to make that play. Come on, Neil. You're playing your old team. Make a play for me.
Goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw. Miller.
Oh, good play, Campbell.
Team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20.
Great play.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be.
You need to trade for a receiver too, man. You need to get you some type of receiver.
No doubt about it. And
I'm surprised you only got 3 on your team.
He shouldn't have thrown that ball, but remember, second year, as you noted, on the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh shit!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Right where? Let's go.
For a Chiefs touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone.
You got a lot of cap space, man. Free agency going to be good. You're going to have a good pick.
They are sprinting past them.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Shit, a lot of people got quarterbacks they willing to trade. It's going to be a lot of quarterbacks in free agency like always, if you want to wait on that as well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got
so you finna go score.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped. And that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, exit. Mike 9. Hey, we got to get to Madden. Mike over there. I got it. Mike 9.
2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated
Let's
offensively.
go.
They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
To throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Let's go. We need a good return, baby.
Taken in at the 11.
That nigga's slow.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Now Williams. Off play action. Flushed out right.
Why are you winding up like that? That's my fault.
The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's my fault, though.
Maybe that can give him a little bit of a
I shouldn't have ran that way anyway.
One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 21-0 our score after 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards. And
over his
that's also
head.
where they snapped it from, the 22.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike
Back to throw. Williams taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
Let's go.
7-yard line, the catch is made.
You better stop moving them safeties, man.
Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend
That play
their
action,
lead.
though. That play action. Maybe. I don't know.
Right down
Maybe.
the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You better leave them safeties alone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, nah. Not happening.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive.
I'll play that. Let's go.
They need a touchdown.
That's how you play that linebacker role.
You know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play...
That's me.
This throw will be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They come out here in the I. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights.
Y'all go back in there.
The crowd is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
How you gonna do that? Nah, I ain't gonna let you score.
About set to begin their next
Not doing
drive.
this what you doing now.
Offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
Well, the ball Michelle lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Who hit that boy like that?
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze
Ooh,
me.
wobbly.
You would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez.
You gonna get out of that.
Yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit.
Gonna bring that nigga down like that?
That's why he
Gonna be
came right out
disrespectful.
throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
You gonna bring that nigga down like that? Let's go.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Your team not bad, man.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
You ain't got no linebackers for one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Neal like a box safety though, man. He ain't no nigga that needs to
begin
be.
their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Screen.
Get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And down he'll go at the 25.
Come on, Neal. You got to bless that man.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Miller from the gun. He'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Dang, this dude's slow, man.
Sights on the end zone. No
God.
doubt. It's brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
And that's Nicholson. Keep making the damn plays.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that.
Come on, you got to pick up 54.
In the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield.
Coming out like that. We need to make them pay for it.
Tighten up. Wait, 54.
Williams now looking to throw on.
Don't need to.
Down. That's going to be.
Don't need to.
Gonzalez for a Chiefs touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown.
Nah, my tight end got that post and corner specialist.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him
he wasn't even close.
You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Come on with it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Come on.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Good play. Knock that shit down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
I got to take him from back there, man. He ain't got enough juice in him, man.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I know what he's playing. He already gave himself up. I know what he's playing.
So, there is time if they want to mount
touchdown. Touchdown.
But they have 3 timeouts.
Touchdown. I told you. I knew what you were playing. I knew what he was playing.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the
touchdown, messed them up, though.
Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 3. Rolling to his right.
Give me that. Okay, Neil. I see you, Keanu Neal.
CD, it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second
season. Let's go.
He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Williams throwing on first down.
That's my fault.
That's my fault. Down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts.
I knew he was running that fucking cover.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Strong left. You got nothing. You got nothing. 24. Echo. It's our field.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure. And he loses the football the second time.
Good strip.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Greystone travel.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Miller. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Set. 18 Gator.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
You're out. Get it.
Here's Miller.
Oh, that's me.
Hang on. Would have been the fourth kick of the game.
That's the bait.
Instead, second down.
That's me.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Miller throwing again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Ready for
a lot of people got receivers, man. You got to look at people, teams, and shit, and hit them up. A lot of people be trading.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of a key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory. But
best tight end in the league.
Saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And
this touchdown.
How they attack here.
Better get out of there.
Quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All right.
Williams operating from the gun.
Ooh.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Okay.
But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And some room to work.
Let's go!
Get on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards.
He at 95 speed, though. He's 95.
Continue to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Bravo. Ready?
From the gun, Miller. That's out to his running back, Michelle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
Ooh, give me one step sooner.
A nice safe throw and a good one.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. This quarterback now.
Nah, you ain't finna open me up, boy.
The ball 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Miller now. From the gun, he'll throw.
Hold it.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's corralled at the 40. But not
legal man
downfield.
Okay. I'll take it.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check. Bang.
Hey.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike 9. Watch the pass. Mike 9. Hey, hey, hey. You got it.
Now Miller to throw on second down.
Come on. One of y'all got to come up with that ball.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Chef, chef, chef.
Off the play fake. Miller. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way.
Not on third and long, you can't.
An avalanche is coming right on top of them. It's just taken around the 12.
That nigga's moves are so slow.
12 yards
God.
on the return that time. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard
Ooh,
for
I struggle
quarterbacks and
it.
receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And now this throw complete to Washington, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw. Williams.
Come on, baby. Gotta make that throw.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on
I had
early
some
downs
pressure in
like
my
that
face.
first down there,
I didn't even
need
want to
be
take
a
the
little
time
bit
to do
more
it.
careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 30.
Come on, give him one more. Now he hurt?
Now after the completion,
Oh my gosh.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 9-yard line.
Now Williams looking to throw.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
Chiefs touchdown.
I sure thought that was going to be a pick, though. I thought that was going to be a pick.
Touchdown there as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down
I definitely
in the
thought
red
that was a
zone.
pick, though.
He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on
That's
to
gonna
kick
hurt.
it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
He's probably about 26, 27 right now.
Into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the gun, they run with Michelle.
Okay.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Give me that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And a great return as he gets
Let's go.
Close to the
Makeup speed, baby.
Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
Oh, my
And now he
God.
has his first career interception. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
60. Pick him up, please.
On that one.
1
God
yard, the official
damn.
pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss it.
That's going to be caught by Gonzalez for a Kansas City touchdown.
You got to get out of that, man. That defense, man.
Touchdown grab as his
All
guys
right.
continue.
The middle of the field is wide open. Every time you run that, the middle be wide open.
4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Well, that overall is probably not there, like your
Now
other
after the
league.
touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this
Hit
game.
his ass then. Make his ass fumble again.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Miller going deep downfield for Rose.
Good knockdown.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to throw. Miller.
Oh, that's a pick! Give me that.
They are
got to catch those picks.
Side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
This thing ain't got
So
no wiggle,
possession
no
goes over
nothing.
here on the punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way,
okay,
and I
so
think that they're going to
blitz.
call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three. Kill. Same on. Kill. Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger.
Down at the 20-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Michelle. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
Looking to throw. Miller to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Slam.
And they will run it with Michelle. And they will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Sony Michel His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there.
Damn.
Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
damn! Get out that strip then. You on that strip button. That's what it is. You got that aggressive strip.
They will take them out, but for the most part,
oh, okay. I'm about to say, shit.
Out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go. Slam, slam. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yo, motion, 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 motion.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. Williams now on 1st and 10. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Miller. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Miller going deep, and that's caught inside the 30.
Don't give him that fake-ass animation.
6 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime,
give me that.
Now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he's free going down the left side. It's
Let's go.
Race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long.
I probably won't.
Defense,
unless you throw some more picks or something.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, man.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle.
Tackle his ass.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle.
Let's go. Good hit.
Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. They'll look to set up his blockers.
God damn, this nigga ain't got no speed.
The books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Jumper. Motion. Mike 5-4, Mike 5. Delta. Mike 5-4. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Don't get nervous.
54 is Mike.
Back to throw. Williams. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Give me that same animation. Yeah, give me what he got.
KC, 54 yards.
Give me that animation he got there. I'll take it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception.
I'll take it.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And give him a
Let's go.
6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the
I don't even know if he's watching or not.
On to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said,
and oh my goodness, he loses it again. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. Hey, echo.
Hey, we got to sit.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
they will gratefully accept